Morning, dear children, let me move to the second lesson on science, that is nutrition in animals. Okay, in the previous lesson we studied about the nutrition in plants and how plants make its own food. Okay, plants are considered autotrophs because they prepare their own food. Okay, and here the animals that depends on other organisms or they get food from their surroundings. Such type of nutrition is called heterotrophic nutrition. Heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, that is animals that depends on other living organisms for their food. This type of nutrition is called heterotrophic nutrition. Okay. And the animals can be classified into three based on what food they eat. On this basis, the animals can be classified as first herbivores and second carnivores and third omnivores. Okay, that is depending upon the food they eat, animals can be classified as herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Okay, herbivores means they feed only on plants. Okay, they eat only plants. Okay, for example, goat, then cow, horse are herbivores. Next come to carnivores. They feed only on other animals. They feed only on other animals. For example, lion, tiger, wolf are carnivores. Okay. Then omnivores, they eat both plants and animals. Omnivores eat both plants and animals, etc. Dog, cat, then crow are omnivores. Okay. That is about herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Depending upon the food they are eating, animals can be classified as herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Okay. The next about the feeding habit of animals. Feeding habit of animals. Okay, are all animals eat the same kind of food? No, different animals eat different kinds of food. Okay, different animals eat different kinds of food. Also, the method in which the food is taken is also differ. Okay, that is the manner in which the food is taken also differ. Okay, when we consider bees, then butterflies, then hummingbird. Actually, these organisms, okay, suck nectar from flowers. Okay, by the way of sucking, they obtain food. Okay, when we consider snake, actually it is swallow food. Okay, snake swallow food. Okay, and when we consider birds, with the help of beaks, it obtain food. Okay, with the help of beaks, it obtain food. Then in the case of mammals, okay, you know mammals have teeth. Okay, with the help of teeth, it bites and chewing food. Okay, teeth helps in biting and chewing food. Biting and chewing food. Okay, and also some animals such as whales, then ducks, then flamingos. They used to strain food from water. Such organisms are called filter feeders. Filter feeders. Okay. What about filter feeders? The animals such as whales, ducks and flamingos, they strain their food from water. Such animals are called filter feeders. Actually, that is about the feeding habit of animals. Okay, bees, butterflies and hummingbird that suck nectar from flowers. Then snakes swallow food. Then birds obtain food with the help of beaks. Then in the case of mammals, they have teeth which help in biting and chewing food. And animals such as whales, ducks and flamingos, they strain food from water, and such animals are called filter feeders. Okay, animals such as whales, ducks and flamingos strain their food from water. Such animals are called filter feeders. Okay. Next we move to digestion in human. Okay, digestion in human. Okay, we eat different kinds of food, and the food we eat actually that contains complex substances such as carbohydrates, then proteins, then fats, etc. Okay, the food we eat that actually contains different substances such as carbohydrates, proteins and fats. The body cannot use these substances unless they are converted into simple substances. Okay, our body can use these substances only when it is converted into simple substances. Okay, the process by which the body converts useful substances in our food into simple usable substances, that process is called digestion. Okay, what is mean by digestion? The process by which the body converts useful substances in the food into simple substances. This gets converted into simple substances. Okay, this is called digestion. Okay, the process by which the body converts useful substances in the food into simple usable substances, that is called digestion. Okay, actually the digestion is a very slow process. Okay, digestion is a very slow process and it takes hours to complete. Okay, digestion is a very slow process and it takes hours to complete. Okay, and there are several organs that take part in the process of digestion. Okay, there are several organs that take part in the process of digestion, and all these organs constitute the digestive system. Okay, that is all the organs that take part in the process of digestion that constitute the digestive system. That we can see the human digestive system. The human digestive system. What are the organs that involved or that constitute the human digestive system? First is mouth. First is the mouth. Second is the esophagus or food pipe. Second is esophagus or food pipe, and next is the liver. The next is gallbladder, then stomach, then pancreas, then small intestine, large intestine and anus. These are the different organs in the digestive system. Okay. What are the different organs in the digestive system? The mouth, esophagus or food pipe, then liver, gallbladder, then stomach, pancreas, small intestine, large intestine and anus. Okay, these are the different organs that constitute human digestive system. Mouth, esophagus, liver, gallbladder, stomach, pancreas, small intestine, large intestine and anus. Then let's move on to the first organ in the human digestive system, that is mouth and buccal cavity. Okay, mouth and buccal cavity. The process of taking food into the mouth, that is called ingestion. Okay, what do you mean by ingestion? The process of taking food into the mouth, that is called ingestion. The process of taking food into the mouth is called ingestion. Okay, you know the function of teeth. Actually, it break down Okay, food into small pieces. Okay, what is action of teeth? It break down food into small pieces. Okay, then what is this buccal cavity? Actually, it is the space between teeth and cheeks. Okay, the space between teeth and cheeks, that is called buccal cavity. Okay, what is mean by ingestion? The process of taking food into the mouth, that is called ingestion. And what is the function of teeth? It break down food into small pieces. Then what is mean by this buccal cavity? Actually, it is the space between teeth and cheeks, that is called the buccal cavity. Next we can see the different types of teeth. Okay, different types of teeth. We have 4 different types of teeth. An adult have a maximum of 32 teeth. Okay, an adult have a maximum of 32 teeth, and also we have 4 different types of teeth. They are incisors, then canines, then premolars and molars. Incisors, that is 4 in number, then canines, that is 2 in number, then premolars, that is 4 in number, and molars, that is 6 in number. Actually, these are present on both upper jaw and in the lower jaw. Okay. Then the first is incisors. Okay, actually it is 4 in number and it is otherwise called cutting teeth. Incisors are otherwise called cutting teeth. Actually it is the first 4 teeth in each jaw. These 4 teeth. This is upper jaw, and in lower jaw also we have the first 4 teeth. They are called incisors. Then what is the shape of it? It is flat and have a sharp edge. It is flat and have a sharp edge. Actually, the incisors are used to bite or cut food into small pieces. Incisors are used to bite or cut food into small pieces. Okay, incisors are 4 in number. They are otherwise called cutting teeth. Then actually it is, where is the position? It is the first 4 teeth in the each jaw. Okay, then what is the shape of it? It is flat and have a sharp edge. Then what is its use? It is used to bite or cut food into small pieces. Okay, the next about canines. Actually it is 2 in number in each jaw. Okay, it is otherwise called tearing teeth. Canines is otherwise called tearing teeth. Okay, where is located? Actually it is on both sides of incisors. Okay, here on canine, here also in upper jaw, and in the case of lower jaw, here is canine and here also. Okay, actually it is on both sides of incisors in each jaw. Okay, and it is sharp and pointed. Okay, then what is its use? It is used to tear food. Canines are used to tear food. Okay, canines are 2 in number. It is otherwise called the tearing teeth. It is located on both sides of incisors in each jaw, and it is sharp and pointed. Then it is used to tear food. Okay, the next about premolars. Premolars, it is 4 in number. It is otherwise called the grinding teeth. Premolars are otherwise called the grinding teeth. Okay, it is seen next to canine. Here it is and here also. And in lower jaw, here the premolars and here too premolars. Okay, it is seen next to canine. It is broad and flat teeth. Then what is its use? It is used to grind food and convert it into fine pieces. It grind food and convert it into fine pieces. Okay, that is about premolars. It is 4 in number. It is otherwise called the grinding teeth. It is seen next to canine. It is broad and flat teeth. Then it is used to grind food and convert it into fine pieces. Okay, next about molars. It is 6 in number. Okay, it is otherwise called the crushing and grinding teeth. Okay, actually it is the last 3 teeth on both sides. Okay, of each jaw. Last 3 teeth on both sides of each jaw. Here 3, here also. In the case of lower jaw, here 3 molars, here also 3 molars. Okay, it is broad and flat. Then what is its use? It is used to crush and grind food. Okay, molars are 6 in number. It is otherwise called the crushing and grinding teeth. Then it is located on the last 3 teeth on both sides of each jaw. It is broad and flat. Then what is its use? It is used to crush and grind food. So we have the 4 different types of teeth, then incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Okay, there are also different organs in the human digestive system. That thing we can see on the next class. Okay, so that is the end of today's class. Thank you, children.